everybody. Welcome to Build Something Live for Wednesday, April 28th. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well myself. This is a rare 3-day in a row work week for me. Though, happy news on that front. We'll have a babysitter starting next week, which is very exciting because I will be able to get back to a more regular work schedule, which I'm super excited about. But that's not what we're talking about today. That's not what we're doing today. We are going to continue the project that I started last week, which was redesigning podcast Liftoff. I'm doing it more or less from scratch. I'm using the same content, but I'm probably going to rework a lot of different things because, messaging has changed and things like that. And I just want to make sure that I am saying the right stuff to my target audience. So, for example, and actually, I will kind of shamelessly promote this here. So, maybe with not this dumb picture. I really wish that YouTube would... I really wish that YouTube would allow stopped videos with the thumbnail instead of this, because I put a lot of time into the thumbnail. But this morning actually I released a new video called "Are Course Landing Pages More Important than the course itself?" And it's a little clickbaity, but I think I make a good point. So check this out. I mentioned that because that's what we're going to be working on today. But before we get into that, I do want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. You'll get notified when I schedule these live streams. I'm trying to do them weekly. I've been doing pretty good. And if you want to get even more content, a members-only live stream, bonus podcast episodes, direct access to my community, you can join the Build Something Club. So those are the two things I generally promote. Also, recently I got super chats and super stickers. So if you want to pin a comment to the top, watch my lights go crazy, I'll turn them white so that you can watch them go crazy. If you super chat, you can do that too. I want to say hello to Miguel. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that the equipment is working out for you. It's working out really well for me. There are a few growing pains. And actually, I do have a video coming on this because the dummy battery that I was using, or am using, spoiler alert, I guess, the dummy battery that I'm using would overheat the camera. And so a friend, Matt Medeiros, recommended that I try a battery grip. So I experimented with that for a little bit. I'll make a video of the thrilling results of that. But right now, let's talk about podcast Liftoff. So I haven't done anything else since last week's live stream. If you want to see how I started this project, check out last week's live stream. It'll be in the listed videos on my YouTube channel. Here's what the page looks like right now. Podcast Liftoff. All right, and what I wanted to do was clean this up a little bit. I'm using a Studio Press theme, but I'm not using really anything except the fonts for that Studio Press theme. So I want to drop everything and just kind of go as native as possible. So this is using Beaver Builder. I want to use Cadence and the Cadence Blocks Builder. So I don't know why that was silly of me to X that out. I'm using this as a reference. So this is a staging site. You can see it here. And I'm going to be working through this again. So Maybe I'll have a little music on while I work. I'm still kind of experimenting with this and narrating everything I do, or just kind of making comments. So, depending on your preference, let me know. I'll probably drop my face out for this. I'll put some music on, and then work, and I'll explain kind of what I'm doing. Let's see in the comments here. Again, in the comments, if you want to say anything, or again super chat or anything like that, feel free to. Got my battery off Amazon, not sure what brand. So this is the thing with the video, or with the video feed, is I'm not sure if it's just an A6400 problem where it gets hot. Again, I'm using a dummy battery right now. I was using a battery grip before, so I want to do more experimenting, but I definitely want to give you the thrilling conclusion of me trying the battery grip. So video stuff is hard, especially if you're like on a, but like, you know, like there are people who have like tens of thousands of dollars for their set and their budget. I don't have that. Most people probably don't have that, so it's tough. Okay, so let me bring in some music. It's what I want to do is find like a playlist of royalty free music. This is from Music for Makers, and it's probably going to end in a few minutes, and if I want to keep it going, I'll have to push the button again. So we'll see. If it's too loud, it doesn't sound too loud in my mix. If it sounds too loud on the live stream, let me know. Okay, so get me out of here so you can see the whole thing. Okay. So go to edit page. I think what I'm probably going to do is just get the layout to the way I want it to be, and then go through updating the content. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So this picture, launch a podcast that's actually sustainable. I could put I'm already doing the opposite of what I said I was going to do. But unsplash. There we go. Well, actually, what pictures do I already have here? I think this is where we left off last week. I was like, I don't know what picture to use, so I'm just going to punt it. Yeah, none of these are really, like, this is the background for the current site. There's this one. And then with the goots, I can... Oh, I can't? I can... Oh, well, I can edit in line, so I can crop this. Aspect ratio, if I want it to be portrait. Right. What's the other one? It's slightly wider. So like maybe something like that. Apply. Sean Andrews, hello there. Thanks so much for joining. And sweet avatar. Alright, so I mean that looks better. That looks pretty nice. I think I mentioned this last time. I want like a super clean look. Like I feel like there's a lot going on here. You know, I feel like if I have multiple sections, I always need a different color in that section. I'm like not the best designer. I'm not a good designer. But let's see. I think I was on Troy Dean's site recently. I think Agency Mavericks, maybe? I don't think that's right. Maybe if I spelled Mavericks right? Troy Dean. And I really liked what he did with the agency site. I guess this... No, so this is not... Is this what I was on? Must be. Yeah. And then I think I was looking at the courses page. But yeah, I think like he Oh, you know what? It was the club is what I was looking at. Um, so yeah, so I like what he did here. I like what he did here. And again, this is like alternating colors, right? We got three colors. It seems like they're repeating. Maybe that's the trick. I don't pick a different color for. I don't go like white and then random color and then white and then random color. I have like some sort of rhythm to the page. Um, it looks good. Miguel, if you're talking about my page, thank you. If you're talking about the Mavericks page, um, then yes, I think it looks good too. Sean, what blocks are you using for the columns and layout stuff you're doing? I am using the Cadence Theme Pro and Cadence Blocks Pro. And so they have this little row module here, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure you'll see me use it multiple more times, but they do a good job here. Lee, what about ditching the photo in favor of a more punchy headline? I think I do want a combination of both. I definitely need a better headline here. And in case you're tuning in shortly after we started, I think I'm going to get the layout kind of back to where I want it, and then look at what changes I need to make to the content, including this. And I'll just say, I think I was a little bit not confused necessarily, but my face looks a little dark here. Okay, that's better. Not confused necessarily, but I think I was trying to talk to too many people, and at first it was like people who need to be convinced that they need a podcast. But I don't think those people are looking for a course on how to start a podcast. Those people have already been, the people who are looking for the course have already been convinced that they need to start one. And so then I thought, well, maybe my target audience, because there are free resources out there. Maybe my target audience is how to launch a sustainable podcast, and sustainable in the sense that you don't just stop doing it after 7 episodes. But again, I think I'm going to change this headline to something a lot better. That's like, where do you start, right? Like, the problem I'm solving is you want to start a podcast and you have no idea what to do, and you don't go hunting and don't go through all this tiresome and costly trial and error. Instead, what you should do is take this course, and then you'll know what to do. I'll give you step-by-step instructions on what to do. But I'm still workshopping that. That's probably going to be next week's video. Today I just want to get this into some sort of like nice looking layout. So do you feel stuck? And then can we do this larger? Yeah, good. Larger is the largest. And then here I have so these are not even icons, they're just characters. I was very like, I don't want to use icons unless I don't want to load anything that doesn't need to be loaded, though these might be icons. So I just use like very basic characters, and I think I like that. I think I want to stick with that. Newsletter Glue, thanks for joining. I didn't mean to sound more excited that they're here, but I'm excited everyone's here. I was just that was unexpected. Oh, I think I have the comments disappear too quickly. But secret for color palettes: just pick an accent color, a font color, 2 background colors, and stick to them militantly. I like that. That is definitely something I need to be better at. And actually, last week, one of the nice things about Cadence, if we go to the customizer, I'll just show this really quick. They have like 3 color palettes that you can choose from. So maybe what I will do here is experiment with 3 different palettes. Experiment with 3 different palettes and see which one works best. I think that's a good idea. Why does the list look different in the editor than on the actual site? This is the staging site. This is the live site. This is using Beaver Builder. I'm just kind of using this as a reference for how I laid things out. So so this is the current live site. If you go to podcastliftoff.com, this is the staging site where I'm switching everything. And this is no longer using Beaver Builder. I want to use the block editor exclusively. Nothing against Beaver Builder. I love Beaver Builder. I use it on all of my sites, but I'm updating my Gutenberg course right now, and I want to be more familiar with the editor, and I want to find like edge cases and interesting things to point out in the course as well. So what I'll do here now is columns. Now, is there? Yeah, so there's the row layout. I think I probably only need columns for what I want here. I'll do 50-50. And then what I probably want is an icon. Info box. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, and then I have several options here. That's nifty. I like that. Yeah, okay. So then I will copy this. I don't know if I'm going to like this at the end, but we're just experimenting here, right? Number of emails stagnant. We can get rid of that. Is this just going to, surely this won't just stay there, right? If there's no text. Let's find out. Shirley. That's correct, and don't call me Shirley. Okay, great. I don't know if I like, well, we'll see. We'll see how it looks. I used to like mock things up and sketch things out, but with this, it's my own personal site, first of all. And I guess it's like a you don't know what you don't know sort of thing. I don't know what I can do really in the Cadence editor and the Cadence block editor yet. At email at symbol. Okay, so I can't do the at symbol. That'll do for now. Duplicate this, John. I'm from New York, but John is like one of my favorite like local Philly words. I just think it's so funny. Sales not growing the way you want, and that dash was supposed to represent like a flat line. But maybe now that I'm actually using an icon here. Oh, okay. Anyway, maybe now that I'm actually using an icon here, I can do, that's like a flat line. Why is the FA Galactic Republic. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, that's like a reasonable thing. Sales not growing the way you like, and then I'll do 3-column situation here. Oh, whoops. Double whoops. There we are. Move that below. Excuse me. Sales not growing the way you like. Can't spend money on advertising. Like even these, I'm like, I don't know if that's right. But again, I'll just get all of this laid out and then review and improve the copy, because the content is the content I want, right? People say you're designing, you should have your content ready, because how do you know how to design the site if you don't know what content to prioritize? And that's exactly right. I know this is the the type of content I want, and it's the copy that I'm struggling with, I think. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Money. uh Credit card? That's a check. 2 checks. Like that. That's a very whimsy dollar. And the music stopped. Yeah, I need longer music. I need like a royalty-free playlist that I can stream on YouTube. YouTube, their operation's really good. If you play something that is copyright, they know. And now I discovered this because I was using back when I was streaming on Twitch and then like sending it over to YouTube. I was using music that Twitch said you could stream, but you can't on YouTube. So instead of demonetizing me personally, they said we won't demonetize these videos, but any money that you make from this video will automatically go to the copyright holder, which is clever. All right, so I don't know what icon I would want to use for expert. Clipboard. I'm an expert. I have a clipboard. I also don't really know what's available to me, but I want a pocket clipboard. I'm gonna put it in the back of my head. None of this is set in stone either, right? Maybe I'm like gonna do all of this and I think it looks terrible. I don't know, what says X? There's 81 pages here. Like, this is insane. I'm gonna just search for the word expert. Expert. Scholar. Knowledge. Learn. Brand logos here. Star, that seems good. And then need to improve your content strategy. Okay, so get rid of those. For everyone who's hanging out, how do you usually watch live streams? Do you listen? Do you like the narration? Do you prefer like music and just see what? Do you want me to like stop talking and just watch me work? Let me know. Let me know. Clipboard probably works here, or like notebook. Notebook. Paper. Paper clip. Okay, do you feel stuck? And then, like, maybe I should have a sixth one here. Yeah, like, maybe that would be good. Then I have, like, kind of good rhythm and it's not, like, stretched out. We'll see. Alright, so next, are you ready to grow your audience and start making money? And if we look at the reference site here, so this is the next section. So I do have okay, so I'm going to make a new row here. Row. It's going to be 2 columns. I'm going to stick to that layout generally. 2 even columns. And then actually, hold up. Get rid of this block. And then the block editor is still kind of frustrating to use. It's gotten like a million better. Let's look at I like checking out the pre-built library. Like, I mean, this is a 2-column thing. But like, how hard is it for me to recreate that from scratch with the content I already have? Yeah, like these are like design patterns, kind of. Block patterns, if you will. Okay, so I'll just start from scratch. This will be 2 columns. Column gutter, padding, margin, background settings. So I do have the option here to Like, do I want to change this background color to be this lightish blue? Might be too much. And like, how did they do this? So this is why I would use these pre-built things. Of course, maybe I'm just not looking hard enough. Vertical align middle. Change alignment, background. All right, well, let's roll with this for now. Okay. This is very interesting. Start the music again. It's really that, like, I can't sit in silence. I was one of those people in class where, like, if the teacher asked a question, and I'm gonna start this over. Where if the teacher asked a question and nobody answered in like 30 seconds, I would volunteer. I'm just like, I can't sit. The teacher is like awkwardly staring at us, not wanting to call on somebody. I couldn't do it. All right, so let's do this. Couldn't do it. And then full vertical line. So what's happening here? Margin. Like, what is that? Oh, a slider? When I started teaching in the classroom, I then wondered why nobody was talking and quickly realized that it's because I was the person who would talk. Center. And then can I make this a columns block? Yeah. All right. Sweet. That's exactly what I want. Podcasting is the new blogging. So let's see if we can get a block quote here. Quote. I wonder what the shelf life on quotes like this are. Seth Godin. Large. Yeah, I might bold. Highlight. Neat. Alex, that's too much. So don't highlight. Text. It would be swell if I had maybe more control over this. Okay, I like that. I would still like the font size to be bigger. Maybe I shouldn't want that. Like, again, I'm not a designer. Maybe this is going to look amazing. I don't think it will. But maybe it will. Change the vertical line. Okay. So, again, for reference, so I did have this text here underneath. Yeah, like this looks very uneven. I can't believe this. Whoa. Stop that. And my goal here is to not have to use CSS ever again. That's a little much. Okay, so the clearest path. Where did that content go? This apparently got eaten. List. Icon list. Boom. Can I just paste? No. That's disappointing. I guess I understand. I guess I understand why like each of these has to be an individual entry. So now I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 items. Then can I just paste? No. Okay. I understand because these are like technically like they're probably it's probably not a list item, right? It's probably just like spans with a special styling. But still, I wish I could just pay. Yeah. Perfect. Check. I wish I could just paste a list. Is that too much? That's too much. Okay. It's moderately frustrating I have to do it like this. Also, do I get to pick the highlight color? Like, apparently not. Okay, so edit all of these together. We got an icon size. Do we have a font size? Why can't I change the font size of anything? Is really what I want to know. Is this like a decision like, hey, people are bad at picking fonts, Joe? So stop it. Okay, so let's just save this. See what it looks like so far. Alright, so we need some margin here. And yeah, this looks terrible. Terrible. Margin top 50. My friend Erin Flynn has mentioned that she likes a lot of spacing in between these sections. So, good. And then, okay, so this I'm going to have to do something about. It's insanely frustrating that I don't have the kind of control I'd hoped over doing something like this. Astra Astra has a really good plugin called Ultimate Add-ons for Beaver Build for Ultimate Add-ons for Gutenberg, which adds some more of this stuff. And actually, I'm just gonna try this right now because accordion. I'm gonna need an accordion. Oh, there's Aaron Flynn. I'm gonna need an accordion at some point. Okay, and Cadence comes with one. So why doesn't Cadence come with its own quote thing? Maybe it does. Maybe I'm missing it. Quote. Pull quote, quote, verse. This is not, yeah, this is like not what I wanted. This is not what I want. Yeah. Not quite. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Most of my life is me overthinking minutia. Of course, maybe this isn't minutia. Okay. Icon. I don't like this. Maybe I will. Icon. Quote. That one, I guess. Right align. Make it purple. Size. Maybe even bigger than that. That's a lot. Go up to these columns. Vertical align middle. Text. Podcasting is the new blogging. Seth Godin. And I could just make this gigantic. God, it still doesn't look my favorite. Maybe if I tighten the line height here. That looks okay. Just okay. Just okay. Medium. Yeah, and the other thing I want to do here, right, is I want to. So, the nice thing about a proper page builder, like Beaver Builder, for example, is oh, well, this is the whole column width, though, right? So like 25%, right? 40%. That's whatever I just had it at is better. Oh, okay, good. With Beaver Builder, yeah, why don't I do this? You have like pretty fine-grained control over things, and okay, admittedly, like that can lead to like uneven websites, right? Like you don't have a consistent font size across everything, or consistent spacing across everything. So yeah, so maybe it's better that I don't have the fine-grained control I wish I had. Yeah, that's what I want. Stay like that. What? Why? What? Why? Whatever. I would still like to see these. I mean, oh. I can control all of this. Font size 24. Beautiful. So I'm just a ding dong. What it is what it is. Okay. Okay. The clearest path to launch your business, your podcast, and grow your business. I have that here. Then I have all this, and then I have the curriculum. Is that too repetitive? Am I just being lazy? Well, either way, this is like mostly this is all going to get changed anyway. So I'm just going to delete this for now. Maybe have a placeholder there. I mean, I'll do like one more pass through, but I do want to get my bio in order. So let's add a new row. This will be 2 columns. It's like this, pretty much. My face can go in here. Huzzah. And then these stats will go in here. This is maybe a little bit too spaced out. Also, this needs updating. 2 million plus downloads. Top 5% of podcasts. And $200,000 generated in revenue. And then we have this. I don't know why my hand was doing that weird thing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So if I want to combine all these, can I do that to a group? Oof. Preview mode's cool though. What are my options here? Split content, tabs, accordion, icon list, modal. That's actually pretty cool. God, that's really cool. Sorry that I yelled. That's that's really cool though. Okay, so Cadence doesn't add anything that I think would be helpful for laying these out. Advanced heading, accordion, info box. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then, so maybe I do want this to be a little bit more. Oh. What? I don't like that. Do 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 do. Mana mana. Do 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 do. Mana mana. Do 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 do. Maybe I do want this media box thing though. Who's to say I don't? What's it to you? Ooh, and I have another meeting soon. So let's solve this problem and get things wrapped up. Shall we? We shall. Where is it? Split content. Let's try that. Oh, except you know what the problem with the split content. I also do have a new headshot that I think I want to use. It's like this without the background, which and so sifting through that. Oh, right, I took that off in favor of this. I don't know if I like that. I like this picture. I make things very hard on myself. How I built it will have this picture of that, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. And that's the full version. So come here. write headline. Hi, I'm Joe Casabona. I know what it feels like. Great. And then do I just put the stats down here? Like maybe I do convert this to to 3 columns. God, that looks butt. Sorry. This would be better as a 3-column layout. I wonder if Gutenberg, if the block editor fixed this bug where when you get rid of columns, the content doesn't just disappear into oblivion. It does still, which is insane. So now I need to do something like this. And paste it here. And then move this over. So, how frustrating is that? I might as well just rewrite it all. Unbelievable. I cannot believe it. Okay, now down here, how flexible is this? All of the kings had the queens on the throne. I probably can't sing that on the live stream, right? I mean, I shouldn't sing anyway, but am I gonna get in trouble for that? If I sing too much of that song? Get a DCMA takedown? I don't know. It's a mystery. I don't know if I like that this much. Okay. All right. Well, I think I'll call it there for now. Let's see how we're doing. All right. So I need more padding here. That still looks like butt. This looks okay. I think probably before next time, I will shore a lot of this stuff up, familiarize myself a little bit with the editor, bring back my findings, and then we could focus on doing cooler things. But that is it for Build Something Live today. Thanks so much to everybody who tuned in and commented. I really appreciate it. Again, if you want to this channel, if you want even more content, bonus podcast content, separate live streams where I'm actually building a WordPress theme, sign up over at buildsomething.club. Until Friday, April 30th, you can get 25% off, making an annual subscription $37 for the life of your subscription. And, you know, as the club grows, we'll get more stuff in there, AMAs and things like that. So thank you. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. It is different. Oh, sorry, Sean. Yeah, that's correct. And Angelino, I hope I'm saying that right. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks, everybody, for joining. And until next time, get out there and build something.